welcome back to the channel. So today we're back on the Citroen and I'm going to be playing with a pair of shafts. Yeah, I've got two drive shafts to fit onto this shit. I'm only going to show one because it's pretty much the same job for both sides, apart from one's a significantly longer shaft than the other one. But yeah, pretty much the same deal to actually do the job. So let's start doing it. I'm going to start by removing this. So it's got an R-clip doofur on the ball joint, and then I can remove the nut on the bottom ball joint. Now I have sprayed this first with a bit of WD-40 just to aid the process. Yes, now the nut's off, I'm going to use one of these ball joint splitters. Not my usual choice of ball joint splitter, but I did put these wishbones on not all that long ago, so I don't really want to wreck the rubbers. I'll even turn the steering so you can see it better. But as I tighten this up, it should push the ball joint apart. So now we've split the ball joint, let's take this off, which is a 30mm 30, and it is a 12 pointed shitter. But now we need to get that out. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get this ball joint out of here enough so we can pull this hub away from here. I mean, I've shown this in another video actually, but to make it easy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this drop link, which I recently fitted, and it's all fucking spin. Yes. Let's try again. Yes. And then now I can put this metal bar carefully into the hole in the wishbone, or anywhere we can get it to lever down on the wishbone enough so that you can actually pull this out from here like this, and then the drive shaft will be removable from that place there. And now we want to remove it from the gearbox end. Now if we look on this one, the replacement, we can see that there is a little circlip there which can cause you problems. But if you put the shaft switch straight and do this, they will more often than not come out. Usually when you don't want them to, and then when you do want them to, they don't come out like this. But it has come out. No, it hasn't. Yes. Yes. And if that does happen, you are going to have to probably get underneath it with a bar and lever it. Yes. So, with a bit of perseverance, a bit of brute force, it did come out. Now that took quite a lot of force to lever it off, which is why I had to put the phone down as I was doing it. But like I said, we got there in the end, and now it is out. So now, we can attempt to put the new one in. So that all I've just shown you is what we are aiming for with this end of the shaft. Now, you want to be really careful doing this because you don't want to knacker up the drive shaft seal. And once you've got it lined up at the inside, then you can line it up at the outside. Look at my lovely nice plated calipers with gear oil and shit all over them. Like so. And then this bit is just a reversal of what you've already done. One again. Yes. And so you end up with something like this. I said it was just a reversal of what you've already done, but I made it harder because I should have taken this drop link off from the top, because this nut, it was really good, really well designed actually. This nut was in the way of the drive shaft from lining up, letting the ball joint line up, which lets you push the drop link in, and it all sort of fucked everything up really, this nut being in the way. So if you're going to do this, when you take the drop link off, remove it from the anti-roll bar rather than from the wishbone, and it probably will be easier. So I just had to wrestle with, I couldn't really show it on camera because it was a pain in the arse, and I had to wrestle with a couple of bars in it and a jack to get this back up, and then fighting with this. So yeah, take it off from the top will be much easier. So now I need to tighten this up to a torque setting. Not forgetting to tab it over with an hammer and chisel. So that's everything back on. We've got the ball joints back in, R-clips back in, drop links back on, drive shaft is in. So like to mention, I forgot to say, if you need any bits for these cars, if you give Ash a shout at Jelly State Motorsport, he is the man for bits for these. He's got everything I've ever asked him for, and he's well priced and he's quick delivery as well. And that's why I got the drive shafts off. So anyway, yeah, everything's back together. I do need to top the gearbox oil up, but I'm going to do the other side. Now, I didn't show this side as well as I wished I was going to. So if I can show anything better on the other side, I will. And then I'll top the oil up. It'll take you to the other side. Okay. And we are around the other side, and there is nothing really to show differently. But what is interesting is actually just how bad this drive shaft is. So see that the drive shaft's still in the gearbox, by the way. All that sideways movement is, well, it's fucked. I'll show you better when I get it out. Now, some struggling later, we do have the shaft out. So this is the new one, or the replacement one. And if we look at this, we can see that you've got a bit of movement in and out, which is normal for a shaft. Twisting it, you got negligible amount of play in it, right? So try and hold it still to demonstrate. And that is where the drive is transmitted from the gearbox to the wheel. If you look at the old one that we've just taken out, we've got in and out play, but also, yes, and that's properly foot. There's also side to side play in it as well, which I'm struggling to demonstrate. So we'll do what I've done on that side. I'm going to throw that shaft in, put it all back together. And now the last thing to do on the shitter is to put some gearbox oil in it, which I'm not going to show because I've already shown that in other videos. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All the usual carry on. I'll see you next time.